morning, I'm Brittany Lewis, a breaking news reporter here at Forbes. Joining me once again is my colleague, Forbes staff writer, Zach Everson. Zach, thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me back, Brittany.
The last time you and I spoke about Alt5 Sigma was in October, and just a refresher, Alt5 Sigma is the fintech company that struck $1 billion deal with World Liberty Financial. As we know, World Liberty Financial is the crypto venture associated with the Trump family. You reported then that Alt5 Sigma's CEO was suspended by the board. Now you have some new reporting that a discrepancy surrounding the suspension could have violated SEC rules. What can you tell us?
Yeah, so it kind of started off a little bit mysteriously here, where the company submitted this very succinct disclosure to the Securities and Exchange Commission saying that it had suspended its CEO, Peter Tessiopoulos. Now, it didn't give a reason why. It just said he's been suspended. It was effective October 16th. So we ran that story. It's really interesting because it is such a big partner of Donald Trump's crypto venture, World Liberty Financial. They acquired $1.5 billion worth of the World Liberty Financial token. Now, that is a token that has it's intrinsic value. There's nothing backing it up. It doesn't include any ownership in anything. It is just gives you voting rights in matters related to that specific venture. So here you had a company that bought $1.5 billion of it. We saw that its stock had crashed since this happened. I think it was down about 70% when we last talked. So, all of a sudden they suspend the CEO. Oh, interesting. Well, this is where it even got more interesting was after we ran that article, we learned that they had actually suspended the CEO in September 4th, 6 weeks earlier than what they informed the SEC, according to an internal message that was sent to employees where it said that the CEO and also the chief revenue officer, who wasn't mentioned at all in any of these SEC filings, had been placed on temporary leave effective September 4th. Again, no reason given at those times, just that there was going to be an inquiry by a special committee of the board.
And so give us some more insight on that internal email dated September 4th. What else did it say?
Yeah, so we had a couple people confirm this for us, and it said that they're on temporary leave. It said don't share this information with anybody, and it's if you have any questions, bring it to our new acting CEO, who is also the chief chief operations officer for the company, Jonathan Hugh. It didn't have many details to it at all. Doing a little more reporting, they were able to find out that the suspensions, the special board committee is investigating several different issues related to a filing the company made back in August. One of those looks to be a matter that its subsidiary had in Rwanda, where it had it confiscated and its principal was sentenced to prison. I don't know if that's related to this at all. They didn't say, but it is one of the issues that special committee that is looking into the CEO is also looking into.
So Alt5 Sigma tells the SEC that the CEO's leave was effective October 16th. Through an internal email, they tell people that work at the company that the leave was on September 4th. I mean, that's not just one day or a couple hours difference. I mean, aside from a month, that's like 6 weeks, as you said, of a difference. Why tell the SEC one thing and then the company the other?
That is a great question. I asked that repeatedly. I did not get an answer to that one. The law is that if they are to suspend, or excuse me, if the CEO effectively loses those duties, they may keep the title, which is what's happened here. But SEC law and guidance has said that if they effectively lose those duties, they are required to inform the SEC within 4 business days. And clearly, 6 weeks is a little bit longer than that. So not sure exactly what led them to wait so long. If they're saying there's some sort of difference there between placing them on leave and a suspension, not quite sure at all. They didn't come forth with any sort of explanation at all when I reached out.